This question was the hardest question on the homework paper. If you've got this one right, you've done very, very well indeed. So, it starts off. A helicopter flies in a straight line until it reaches 20 kilometres east and 15 kilometres north of its starting point. Let's have its starting point here. It's gone 20 east. Now, if you remember the points of the compass, north, east, south and west. Yep, okay. We need to go along this direction, 20, and then 15 north. So up there, 15. But the helicopter flew in a straight line between those dots. So it actually flew along there. Okay. Then it turns through 90 degrees. So it started off here. It's ended up here. Then it's turned 90 degrees. Now it doesn't say whether it's 90 degrees clockwise or anti-clockwise. So to start with, that's assuming it's turning 90 degrees this way. And then it travels a further 10. So we'll look at it like that. We've got to find out how far is the helicopter from its starting point. It's ended over here. We've got to find that distance. First thing we've got to do in this question is work out, well, what exactly we have got to work out. We pay attention, please. Okay. First of all, it might be useful to find this distance we have along here. So if I call that x to start with, that's a right angled triangle, and I'm finding the longest side. So, Melissa, what do I do to find this side here? Yep. Yep. Good. Okay, that's what you do. You find the longest side. And if you do that, when you've added them together, you get 725. And when you square root it, you get 26.9. Okay? So this side here is 26.9. Now I know that the helicopter turned 90 degrees when it got to B. So I know that that is a right angle. And then it's finished up down here somewhere. And I've got to work out this distance along here. So I've got a right angled triangle here. I hope you can see that one. So it's gone like this. I've got my A, my B and my C. That is my right angle. I'm told that's 10. I've just worked out that that bit is 26.9. I'm just going to check that in a minute, whether I've got that right. Yeah, I think it's 25. You're correct. I've read the wrong answer on here. So that should have been 625. That should have been 25. Thank you. That should have been 25. Okay? Okay? So, yeah, that's 25. Okay? Now we've got to find the distance along here. So, if we call that y for now, let's see, Molly, how can we work out this distance along here? 25 squared, yep. 10 squared. Okay, I'm finding the longest side, so I need to add those together. Yeah, if you do that, that one comes out to be 725. That's where I got that number from earlier. And if you square root that, you get 26.9. 26.9 is the distance along here, and that is the answer you should have had down here. So, let's just go through the marking for this one. If you've got that first 25, can you get 2 marks for that? If you've got the 26.9, then you get the total 3 marks. Okay? In this question, in part B, it says if the helicopter turned 90 the other way. So if you just bear with me a minute, can we make sure we're all watching, please? After this journey, if the helicopter had turned the other way, it would have gone up there. And what you'd have actually got, this triangle here, if it turned that way, and this triangle here, if it turned that way, are actually just reflections of each other.
I just got 18.
Okay. Well, you should be getting the same thing. You should be getting the same thing for both. The answer for this one here was also 26.9. So, what I want to do is this, okay? There are 6 marks for that question. Right, this is the easiest question here. As well as right angles in these questions, there are other angles. This now means we are on trigonometry. And we're labelling the sides hypotenuse, adjacent and op. And we're using the abbreviations we've got over here. Ben, the first triangle over here. Can you tell me which side is which, please?
In between B and C is height.
Correct.
A and B is opposite.
Correct.
And ADJ is bottom.
That's the adjacent. Good. Okay. The opposite is opposite the angle. Hypotenuse is the longest one. The other one is the adjacent. The middle one here. Ben, can you do this one as well, please?
Between the O and F
Yep.
is like
Correct.
AGJ is the other side.
Which other side?
D on the left.
Yep, that's right. That's the adjacent. The adjacent is always between the angle and the right angle.
And opposite side.
Correct. Good. And the final one?
Between the H and the I is up.
Good. Yep.
Between the G and the I is O.
Yep.
And is AGJ.
Yep. Okay. So that's right for that one. Whilst it was very easy, I'm still giving 1 mark for each word in the right place. So that is out of 9, which means there are 15 marks available on that page.